Thanks to BBC Three, fans of Eddie the Beast Hall and Hafthor the Mountain Bjornsson will get an all-access look into their bubbling rivalry, which resulted in the full-blooded boxing match in March of this year. Backed by Louis Theroux's production company Mindhouse Productions, The Beast vs. the Mountain gives an insight into Eddie's life at home with his family as the former world's strongest man opens up on his mental health battles and how Icelandic strongman Thor said all over his WSM win by claiming he was robbed. Express.co.uk sat down for an exclusive chat with Eddie to learn more about their feud and the documentary itself. The rivalry began after Thor took issue with the refereeing of an event during the 2017 World's Strongest Man, which saw a number of his lifts disallowed, resulting in the Mountain taking to Instagram to claim he'd been cheated out of top spot. After years of tense back and forth with Eddie, he added fuel to the fire by lifting a 501 kg deadlift, a mere 1 kilo heavier than Eddie had pulled to bag himself the world record some years before. I guess when the call-out came about, it was like the very beginning of the lockdown, Eddie began, reflecting on his reaction upon hearing Thor wanted a boxing match after the Game of Thrones star had bested his world record deadlift. In all honesty, if you'd have asked me 6 months prior, I'd probably turned it down, as I was so busy at work. But because we came into the lockdown, there was like this big question mark over income for me, All work had stopped, all TV productions had stopped. So when the contract came under my nose to do this big fight, I was like, perfect, something to train for and to keep myself busy, he added. And at the end of it, you're going to earn a good whack of cash. Eddie continued, and on top of all that, it was like this bloke's been wrong in the past, and what better way than to get in the ring and get the monkey off the back, so to say, and settle come differences. Unfortunately for Eddie, the result of the bout didn't fall his way, with Thor emerging victorious following a unanimous decision by the judges. However, Thor did thank Eddie in his winner's speech, despite the years prior being filled with bad blood between the two, including press conference scuffles and some rather unsavory exchanges on social media. But with both men moving on to projects away from the sport of strongmen and with the boxing match behind them, is there potential for the two to rekindle what used to be a blossoming friendship? I don't think so, Eddie bluntly replied. I've sort of moved on. He's always going to think that he was robbed, he's always going to think that he was cheated out of World's Strongest Man. Let him think that, let him crack on. If he wants to portray himself in that way, then that's the way it is. And I think it's because of that we can never, ever be friends. He's sort of built that brick wall up and there's nothing that can be done, really. We've just got to move on and have a difference of opinion, I suppose. Despite the bad blood and a near-zero chance of a reconciliation, Eddie did admit he held some respect for Thor for his achievements in the sport he loves. You can't help but respect and admire someone who's achieved the title of winning the world's strongest man, it's one of the hardest feats on planet Earth. I know because I've done it, Eddie added. So, having been there and done it, how could I not respect him for doing that? And, the Game of Thrones stuff was really good, and so there's respect there and good for him, crack on. We're all trying to do good in this world and I'm all about spreading positivity. So if he can do that, then great. Eddie Hall, The Beast vs the Mountain airs Sunday on BBC Three and BBC iPlayer.